Okay. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to this conference. Thank you for joining. Just not to be on the wrong side, how does your name spell? I don't want to mess up.
Guillaume.
Guillaume. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Awesome. I realized it was French sounding,
Yes.
and I was like,
Yes.
okay, let's not mess it up. Okay. Awesome. So now, welcome for the next session. We have here Guillaume with quite a lot of experience in the back. We see here payments, IT strategy, cloud environments, pre-sales, project management, quite a lot of activities and expertise for us here today. And I see that here we have the assistance of Gemini today. So I think this is going to be a very interesting topic for the AI, especially for those interested in where this AI will go, probably.
Yeah, and how to have help from AI.
That would be awesome. So maybe some small details. If people want to put questions, please ask them in the chat. Guillaume, how would you like to, at the end, do you want me to interrupt you when we have any questions? How would you like prefer it?
Yeah, and in the end, it's great. I think I will take 35 or 40 minutes, and I think we will have 5 minutes in the end. So,
okay, then I will let you do your presentation and then come back to you at the end of the time.
Okay. So thank you very much. I will share my screen, my full screen. Yes, I will change the color also because, yes, I think it's better like that. So now, yeah. So thank you very much to be here this morning. I would like to present you how Gemini can help you to develop and to code in your day-to-day job. I'm Guillaume Blaquiere. I'm a Google developer expert on Google Cloud, and I'm also a data architect at Carrefour. I think you know Carrefour is one of the major retailer in Europe, but it's not the purpose here. I would like to have this session interactive, so that's why, if you mind, I will share with you a QR code to connect to quizzes to have some questions. So this one. So don't hesitate to take it, to take some to register. I will let you 1 minute to register to this event. You can join if you want directly the URL, enter the code, or you can scan the QR code. And in 30 seconds, I will have a first question for you. And I hope in this morning you are ready and you are awake, because I have a question for you, a quick question. So I have nobody joined for now. If you nobody, no problem. I can continue the session. Yes, 2. Wonderful. 3. Okay. Wait, let it 40 seconds more. Okay. Okay, 8. Perfect. Oh, okay. So I will start with the first question, only for morning question. Very easy, for sure. So there is nothing to win, in fact. The first one is, are you ready? Yes. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Wonderful. In 5 seconds, you are ready, so we can jump in the presentation. Cool. So now I will start by what Gemini. I'm sure Gemini, you know it. What is shown in the background? It's strange, so no problem. What Gemini? Gemini, if you follow the Google I/O this week, In fact, Gemini is the large language model of Google Cloud. It's a flagship of Google Cloud and is used for many things. But in our case, we'll use a fine-tuned version of Gemini that's named, in fact, Gemini Code Assist. And Gemini Code Assist is here to help you in many changes that you can have in your software delivery velocity. Like, for example, when you onboard a new developer, you need to know the context, the code base, your habits of development in the team, because it's new, you know nothing. Maybe the language is new, maybe other things are new for a new developer. It's slow to be efficient in your team. Then, when you are a developer, I'm sure you know that when you don't know how to achieve a task, for example, in Python, how to run a concurrency function in Python. You don't do that every day, so you need to go to Google Search, to go to Stack Overflow or other tutorials to copy paste a piece of code, test it in your environment, debug it, and so on. So you need to achieve many tasks and to switch from your dev environment to something else, and it's not really efficient. Then you have also maintenance to achieve and to fix your tech debt. I did that in the past. For example, I had an Angular application that wasn't up to date, and we had to review the whole code to update some pieces, some small parts to be compliant with the new version of Angular. It was repetitive, not interesting, boring, and that's why also Gemini can help in this kind of repetitive task. That's the global overview of the promise of Gemini Code Assist. Now, where I will perform this demo, because it's a live coding, I would like to present you how you can use Gemini. I will develop in my browser because when I'm traveling to conferences or to the office, I don't have my desktop. Like today, I'm using my browser to develop, and I'm sure it's a feature not well known on Google Cloud. And I'm very happy to show you how you can develop directly in your browser with a feature. So Google has a long history in development tools in your browser. It started in 2016 with Cloud Shell, a simple Linux interface directly in your browser. Then you have Cloud Code. Cloud Code is a plugin in IntelliJ or VS Code to help you to automate and to easily use Google Cloud. You have also Cloud Shell Editor, and I will use it in 2020. It's a full IDE, very similar to VS Code, but directly in your browser. Cloud Workstation, an evolution of Cloud Shell Editor, but enterprise ready with security, networking, and all the enterprise feature. And finally, you have Gemini everywhere. In all this solution, you have Gemini to help you to develop and so on. And if you follow the Google I/O this week, you have also the project IDX that has been announced as the developer keynote. So Google is very skilled in the developments in your browser. So now, what's the demo content? I will just jump start just after. 5 main items. I will start to create an API, and you will help me to code this API and to have some detail on this API. I will create an HTML page to test this API. I will create a container. I will create a CI/CD pipeline to build and to push the container to Artifact registry. And finally, I will deploy this container to use it on Google Cloud. And during the session, I will present you some bonus and some specific things. I will generate some unit tests. I will generate Terraform code. And finally, I will present you some do and some don't with Gemini because you can use well or misuse it, and I prefer to avoid that. So let's jump in the demo. Let me go to the right tab. It's this one. Yes, but for starting the demo, I need your help. In fact, I need to know in which language I will develop. Node.js, Python, or Go. I will jump to the next question. Are you ready? And tell me which language should I use for the demo?
Guillaume,
Yes?
notify you there is a small delay between what's happening on the UI and what you're seeing and what the other participants are seeing.
Okay. Okay, I understand. And of course, and I'm sure, okay, nobody has seen the poll in time. So, in fact, no worries. I have Python with two over one among the 15 attendees. So I will try to not speed up my demo to let you the time to see what what I would like to show you. Okay, thank you for the mention.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, I will develop in Python, so no problem. So here I am in my Cloud Shell editor. If you have a close look to my URL, it's a shell.cloud.google.com. And I have here a Gemini panel here. You can have it here, and I can use Gemini chat here. And I can ask here, I want to create an API. And it's exactly what you should not do because you don't mention the context. Watch API, but I don't know how to develop an API, and you have only a generic answer here. What you need to do is to provide a correct context. I mean, here this button is to remove the context because it's a context here. I would like to ask here in Python, create a hello world API. And this time, I will create a hello.py file. And this time, I have a clear view of what to do. Sometimes the answer of Gemini is different. Keep in mind that it's generative AI. It's generative. It's creative. And most of the time, when I perform demo or I prepare my demo, when the answer of Gemini is not always the same. So I think I need to add this here, to add this. So I'm not a Python developer. So I think there is this, and to start the server. I think I have all the main pieces. Okay, and I will start test it. So I have a terminal. I can start a terminal here, and I can run my file hello.py. Okay, it starts. Now I will test it. So I'm creating a side panel here, and I will curl my localhost. I think it's 5,000. Okay, I have hello world. Wonderful. I use the code generation feature of Gemini. I asked it to generate my code, and I have code here. Wonderful. Now I will use code completion. You can see here some addition to the code. But I would like to specify, I would like to add the Fibonacci root. So create the Fibonacci root. Okay, and automatically it can understand. I can help it to generate my code. Wow, it's a lot of things, but I will accept this code. I don't know why I have two things where you have an helper, so no problem. It's a generative, it's creative. I think it will work. We'll test it here. So I can ask curl command to test Fibonacci root. In fact, because I'm using Gemini, I'm beginning to be lazy. In fact, I don't want to write this URL. Only ask it to the machine, copy it with the button here, and I can paste it. And okay, Fibonacci of 10 is 55. No problem. I'm able to validate it. Now, that's great, but it's not really useful. I will show you how to generate some unit tests. Here, let me take this function. I'm only highlight the function, and here I have a button, generate unit test. So I will generate unit test. I will create a new file named hello_test.py, test here, and py. Okay, here, and I have a test file here. Okay, I will test it. So here it's not really perfect because Fibonacci, what this function Fibonacci, I need to add it, right, to import it.
Guillaume?
Yeah.
Could you please increase the font size?
Yes, of course. I think it's better.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries. So here I just only hit enter after unit test, and automatically it asks me, it proposes me to import Fibonacci from Fibonacci. It's not perfect. As I said, it's an assistant. It can help you, but it's not perfect. Here it's not from Fibonacci. Here it's from my file. It's hello. In fact, I need to import Fibonacci. And I think it will work. I can test it, Python, hello, test, and yes, it works. My unit test has been generated automatically like that, and I have 4 running unit test. So great. Now I will switch to the polling application, to quizzes. So take your phone, and I have a question. Excuse me, to build a more useful API, because here it's only a hello world API, it's not really useful. I will ask you which entity do you want to code. It could be a user, it could be a session, it could be a potato, it could be a tomato, it could be whatever you want. And the next question will be which attributes has this entity. So let's start with the entity. So the next question here is, which entity do you want to use? I'm trying to anticipate the I don't know if the latency between the quiz and the attendees is not great.
There are cases, sorry, Guillaume, there are cases where the people could not manage to validate or to respond to the questions because it takes a bit of time until they actually see the questions.
Yes. I totally understand. Okay, so I will continue, I think, without the quiz, and I'm sorry because it's not really synchronous between my session and the quiz. So okay, I will continue like that. I will present you Gemini without this quiz part. I'm sorry for that. So okay, I will use a potato. Is more funny than a user. So I will close these files. I no longer need them. So keep in mind that in the context, here in the context, you have the source file. You can see here some data are sent to Gemini to understand your context. And it's mainly the open file. That's why if you close the file or clean the context from there, you can wipe all the history of the conversation with Gemini and start from a blank page. And here, typically, I will ask, okay, in Python, create a REST API which create list and delete user with an ID, name, and an email. That's the attribute, but I won't ask you this attribute. Okay, because I don't have a database, I will ask to keep the list of users in memory because I do not have a database for now. Okay, I can ask to generate it. I will create a new file named main.py. Okay, and this time I can use the plus button and add all my code here. If I review it, I have the list of users in memory. I have a route to create a user, to list the user, and to delete the user. And then I will run it. I will just change the host here, and the port will use 8080 for the rest of the presentation. It is just. Okay, great. So now, again, I would like to test this API, but I'm a lazy guy. I remember you, I'm very lazy. So give me the curl command to create list and delete user. Okay, I will start it. Python main. Ah, why I name it 1? Okay, 1. Strange. Okay. Okay, so here I have the create user curl command. And so because I'm lazy, I don't have to write it, especially the data part here to create a JSON and so on. So no worries. I only have to copy paste what Gemini proposed me, run it. It work. Here I have 201 answer, and I can test it by listing the users. Here, okay, I can list the users. I have only one user. I can delete it if I want. Okay, perfect. And if I list again the users, my list is empty. Great, my API is working. Working with curl command is great, but I prefer to use HTML. So for that, I will ask in HTML and JavaScript, create a page that lists all the users in a table. On each row, add a delete button. So let's go. I will create index.html page. And here, my page. What's this? Let me review the code because it's only a code proposal. Okay, I have user management title, perfect. User table with that. And okay, I think it will work. We will test it. So, okay, now what I need, yes, I need to serve the index page. So here I will ask, serve the index.html page. And somebody proposed me to serve the page from the static directory. Here, this feature, you must have the index.html excuse me, in the static file. So in the static folder, I will create mkdir static. I will move my index to static. And here is no longer available because it's now in static folder. Here, perfect. And I will start my page. I think it's, yes, I will restart it, I prefer. Okay, and with clear shell code, I can have a web preview, and we like to view in a new tab what is displayed on the port 8080. Okay, so here a new page is open, and yes, I have my page with my user. Now I will create a user like that, and I can check if on my page the user is here. I refresh, yes, I have my user, and I can delete it. Okay, my page is working. Now I can improve it if I want, because I can only list and delete the user. I can't create them, so no worries. Here I can ask to create a form with ID user form. Why not? Okay. And what's in this form? I have a name, I have an email, and a button. Okay. I have nothing to do, in fact, only to click on tab to accept the proposed code. Now I need to have a JavaScript to add the user. So I will go in at the end here, and I will ask him to ask it to create a new user. And again, I have nothing to do, only to click on tab to accept. Or hey, we don't want to generate. I will ask him to generate code, and no, normally I have all this proposal here, and it should work. Response and okay. I'm not sure that it will work because okay, when the user is created, the page is not. I say yeah, yes, the page is loaded. Okay, it should work. Let's see. I will go back to my page. I will refresh it. Now I have a new form, and I can add my name. I can add my my email, and add the user. Whoa, it works. I can refresh the page. It works again, and I can delete it also. Yes. Okay. Very easily, I can have my my API and my HTML page working in a few minutes. Now I would like to build a container, to create a container and to build it. So again, I will ask Gemini create a Docker file to package my application in a container. Okay, I will create here a Docker file, not in static here. Okay. Here he asked me the requirements. I don't know what are the requirements. So again, I can go here, select the code, and ask what are the needed libraries in the selected code. And normally only Flask, but if I don't know, okay, maybe request. Oh no, it's not request. Only Flask. Okay, so I can add Flask directly in my Docker file. Donc no need of requirement, only install Flask here. And I think it should work. So great. I have my Docker file. Now I need to build my container. On Google Cloud, I will use Cloud Build to have a CI/CD pipeline. So again, I will ask create a Cloud Build file to build and push my container. And I will create a new file, name cloudbuild.yaml. Okay, and I have only to copy paste my code. Where is my mouse? Here. Okay, I have a build with a Docker container, and I have a push, and this image takes the name of my project. Okay. Okay, great. So it didn't provide me the command. No problem. Give me the gcloud command to run a cloud build. and Gemini will give me the correct command is this one. In fact, I don't need the tag because the tag is already provided here, but I need to specify the project. So here I will specify the project. So it's only a gcloud command set project, and I will use my own project. It's this one. No. Oh, yes, because I have a mistake here. Yes. And so I can use here the command, this one with the submit. And let's start the build behind the scene. Before the deployment and concluding this demo, I would like to show you a new a cool thing on with Gemini is the code translation. So code translation to translate Python to Node or Python to Go or vice versa is not really useful. What I like in code translation is that when I'm developing, personally, as a Google developer expert or developer, if I want to try something on Google Cloud, I'm using now a file, for example, named command.sh. And in it, I use only code completion. For example, I would like to have the gcloud command to create a service account test. Okay. And I will ask to have this gcloud command, and here I have the gcloud command. Okay. Why I would like to use that? Because I would like to then grant, for example, BigQuery user role on the SA test. So SA stands for service accounts. And normally, Gemini should understand what I would like to achieve. And it will propose me to, yes, because the SA is not on the test SA. I think it's in this order. And magically, it does not understand. No problem. And yes, that's the generative AI. Sometimes it's not so funny with me. Okay, service account. Better. Oh, yeah. As I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. No problem. So gcloud. Hey, why it don't want to help me here? Grant the BigQuery user BigQuery user. Oh yeah, BigQuery admin. He prefers this role. He prefers this role. Okay, perfect. I just have to add here. Yes, but test with uppercase is not it's not a smart choice. Okay, test. And here I have my project, gdgcraiova-cloud-run. Okay, and then I would like to deploy the container, and let me mention the container that I built just before, which is, where is the container name? The container name is this one. Its name, gdgcraiova container management. Okay, so deploy the container here on Cloud-Run. Okay, in the region US Central 1. Okay, allow all users to access it. And use the service account test. And normally, if it's good with me, not. I don't know why this morning you don't want to generate some code. Yes, I have it. Okay, with the service account, and okay, it worked. Why I'm showing you that, so I will deploy it just without the service account because it do not exist. Let me deploy it. Why I'm showing you that, because when you are using and deploying and iterating in your code, you will use unitary command like that. But when you want to go to production, you want to use Terraform. And here you can select your code and say, okay, and my from the selected code, generate Terraform script. And to go from experimentation to production, it's far easiest like that because you will have a Terraform code, not perfect, but you have the layout of your code if you want to work. Because I think this morning is not very friend with me. I don't know what is working. And why is this? Okay, here I have my Terraform code. I can show you it. I will create a test service account. I will grant the BigQuery admin role, and I will create a cloud run with the container, with the traffic, and all the You can see here the generative AI hallucination. It repeats many times the same thing. So it's the base. You have the first part of the Terraform is correct, but I don't know what the hallucination that the product do. So I will end my demo here. I don't know why it doesn't mean deployed. I don't know what the issue. So no worries. I will stop here to have time for the question. Just switch back to the slides. What I would like to present you with Gemini. In fact, when you are a developer, you must do different things. You need to develop, of course, but not only to develop. You need to do many different things. As I show in the demo, I have to code in Python, I have to code in JavaScript, to code in HTML, maybe to use CSS and so on, to use gcloud command, to use a Docker file, to use a cloud build YAML file to define what I would like to do. I can ask to generate Kubernetes YAML file to deploy my service also. So I can ask, I must know many different small things in the ecosystem. I mean, in the development language, you have languages, you have some frameworks to know, and maybe to know the latest version or the old version of each one. You have also to manage your data, to have a database, to have BigQuery, to have Firestore, to have a relational database, maybe to have some frameworks. Frameworks here like dbt or Dataform, maybe to have a third-party tool like MongoDB or Elastic, not only Google Cloud. And you have also your deployment part with Cloud Build. Maybe you need a load balancer. You need to have some bash command or the gcloud CLI. You have Terraform or Kubernetes. So you have a lot of different things to know. And when you are a developer, when you start as a developer, you are not expert in all this area, and you need to have a tool or an assistant that help you to start or to bootstrap some pieces of your work to speed up your development. And it won't replace you in short term or maybe in long term, but it can help you to go fast to achieve what you want to do. And just my latest slide to explain you that you can use Gemini. Gemini. The old name of Gemini was DuetAI. I didn't update this slide. I'm sorry. So it's Gemini. And Gemini help you to design your application. You can interact with the chat to ask what's the best place to deploy my container. For example, you can build, as I show you. I can generate code. I have a code suggestion. I can generate unit tests in the test phase. I can deploy my container on Cloud Run, on Kubernetes, or elsewhere. I can have a CI/CD YAML file to describe what I would like to achieve. And I also didn't show you what I can see in the logs, but you can go in the logs and ask Gemini, can you explain me why this log is in error? And you have an interactive answer dedicated on your stack trace. What's the error? Maybe you miss a library, maybe you miss an environment variables or whatever. And Gemini can help you to also debug your code. This feature is now only on the cloud, but it will also come to your IDE. And directly in your IDE, when you develop, if you have one error, you will be able to ask Gemini why I have this error, and Gemini will be able to debug locally your code. And finally, 6 at scale, because when you are an enterprise, you don't want to have this assistant for 1 or 2 developers. You want to have this assistant for all the developers, and you can do it with Gemini and Google Cloud. So that's the conclusion of my presentation. As you see, sometimes it's generative and creative, and sometimes wrong or inaccurate, but it can speed your development in many situations. Personally, I can't now develop without Gemini. So now, do you want to have a try on it? It's free up to July 11th. So you can have a free try on Gemini and the Code Assist up to this date. So you can try it or continue to code on your own. That's my conclusion. So if you have some question, I will be happy to answer you. If you want to find me on Twitter, Medium, LinkedIn, don't hesitate. I will share my slides on LinkedIn and Twitter. So if you want to have them, no problem. Even if the core of the presentation was the demo and not the presentation. Thank you very much. I will check if there is some questions in the chat.
Thank you, Guillaume. I see a question related to where can someone find resources for terminal commands? Maybe if you know.
I didn't catch you. What's
So go on the stage. You're now checking the general.
Okay. On the stage. Okay. And you have a question. What's the
a bit below that
what
one.
is the URL? Yeah, for open Cloud Sheet. It's not Cloud Sheet. It's Cloud Shell. Yeah, it's my French accent. The URL is this one: shell.cloud.google.com.
Yeah. Okay.
And in fact, it's on top of Cloud Shell. Yeah.
And there was just below that one other question related to the terminal commands. Maybe, yeah, that one.
Where you found the resources for the terminal commands. I'm not sure to understand the resources part. You can open the terminal. In fact, if you want to open a terminal here, you have a shortcut. In fact, you can see the list of shortcuts, and you have the terminal. So I have a computer, a Windows computer. And no, I can't. So for me, it's CTRL maj uppercase. Yeah, it's for me. Yes. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah, I just that. It's CTRL plus Shift plus this character. It's the U with code, but I have a French layout. I don't know yours. So.
But still, I think that one with the keyboard shortcuts help people to know where to search for it. So yeah.
Yes, and you can also customize your shortcut if you prefer.
Yeah. Awesome. So I think thank you very much, Guillaume. I think it was really interesting presentation, and from the people what they said in chat, they really enjoyed it, and great work.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the latency with the quiz, and it was not as interactive as I wish, but finally,
you did not expect that delay as well. So
yeah.
But
okay.
Honestly, thank you very much. And,
thank you.
please enjoy the rest of the conference if you want.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye
Have a
bye.
good day.